Good evening, students. Today we are going to discuss performance appraisal of Unit 5, Semester 3. Now, as we all know that the main objective of any organization is to achieve its overall goal. And in order to achieve the overall goal of an organization, every employee needs to achieve his or her individual goal or target. That means every employee has to um, give in his best to achieve the target. Now the question comes: how does the organization decides or determines who or which employee has achieved the set target or the goal, and which employees have not achieved? The answer to this is performance appraisal. So, performance appraisal is a process of assessment wherein the various job characteristics of the person is assessed. What happens is at the beginning of the year, every employee is asked to fill up a goal sheet. Okay. Now, in that goal sheet, the person gives details about what he is going to do over the year, in 1 year, what he is going to do, what all new projects he'll be taking up, what all new assignments he'll be doing, what all different types of work he'll be doing. And at the end of the year, he is assessed through the process of performance appraisal, where there's a comparison between what he has committed to achieve at the beginning of the year and what he has actually achieved at the end of the year. This process of assessment is known as performance appraisal. The performance of an employee is measured on various factors like knowledge, quality and quantity of output, leadership quality, initiatives taken by the employee, then dependability of that employee on others to complete his own goal or job, cooperation, the degree of cooperation that he lends to others, his degree of judgment and health, etc. All these things together make up the various factors. Now first, let us do the definition of performance appraisal. What is performance appraisal? Performance appraisal, according to Alford and Betty, is the evaluation or the appraisal of the relative worth of a person's service on his job. That means how a person has performed all through the year, what all things he had committed at the beginning of the year which he has actually met, and what all targets he could not meet or did not meet. Now, next comes the objectives of performance appraisal. Why do we need to do a appraisal? Students, as you know that you study for say 6 months. There's a semester system, so you study for 6 months, and within the 6 months the teachers try to finish their course. Then there are certain projects works, practical work that is given to you. At the end of these 6 months, you are asked to write a examination, and whatever you are writing on that paper is decides how you have actually learnt that matter or that subject in these 6 months. So similarly, in an organization also, there is an appraisal or an assessment or an evaluation of how the person has performed all through the year. Now the question comes, what are the benefits, or why do we need a performance appraisal? Number one is to determine the job performance and identify the potentialities of that person and the job. Number one. Number two, it helps to identify the training needs. For example, if somebody has not been able to perform or achieve all the goals which he had committed or he had been given, assigned at the beginning of the year, why he has not been able to achieve those goals? Is it because of the lack of training, lack of knowledge, experience, whatever? Now all these things help to assess whether that employee needs further training in that area or not. Then third is promotion and transfers. If a person has overperformed, that means he has achieved much above the he was expected to do, he has overachieved his target, then that person is can get a promotion. So it helps to determine who are the people, or identify who are the people who needs a promotion, or who are expected to get a promotion. Then it helps, it is a next is communication. As we all know that during the process of performance appraisal, the employer or the subordinate sits with the supervisor, and both of them discuss on the goal sheets and try to find out what are the things which was committed earlier they have been able to achieve, and which they have not. So it clears the communication line, and also helps to reduce the grievances. Suppose if the subordinate has certain problems, because of which, job related problems, because of which he could not perform well and he could not achieve his target, then in that case what happens is, all these things are taken care of, or they're handled, or these grievances are met during this one-to-one discussion.